Hey there, I'm Steve, and welcome to Jamson Entertainment. As you can tell, it's springtime. Today I'm reviewing Thor Ragnarok, but just before I get into it, I'm gonna trim down my videos a whole lot because I babble on and go through every scene, which is pointless, so I'm gonna trim it down a whole lot. Still gonna have some spoilers in there though. Spoiler alert! You've been warned. Thor Ragnarok. Oh, I love this movie. It is my favorite Marvel movie so far. Endgame hasn't come out yet. We'll see. This is the Thor that everyone has been waiting for. The first one was second one was a little better than This one is absolutely phenomenal. And it's the best looking one. I mean, the cinematography, the color scheme, absolutely gorgeous. And the soundtrack is an 80s trip. Oh my goodness. Is the soundtrack amazing? Another one I need to get. So the plot of this one finally lets us know where Odin's been all this time. Turns out he's been under Loki's spell and exiled to Earth so he can retire and eventually pass on. But before we get to that, we have the funniest scene, in my opinion, the entire movie, and that's the Doctor Strange scene. It starts with Thor and Loki on Earth outside of a retirement home that's being demolished. And then out of nowhere, you start to see the portal that the sling ring open up to different parts of the world or dimensions, and Loki falls through. And then Thor gets teleported to the New York sanctum where Doctor Strange is. And Doctor Strange is wondering why Thor's there and everything, and why he brought Loki, and they're there for Odin, and Doctor Strange helps Thor to find out where his father is exactly. But before he leaves, he needs to get Loki back, and so he opens up the portal again, like 10 feet above the ground, and Loki falls through. Oh, I love that scene. Then we get to the part where Thor and Loki see Odin for the first time in years, presumably. It's been a while since Thor 2 Dark World. And Odin says that, yeah, he was tricked by Loki, but he knew it was time for him to move on. And so he says farewell to his sons, but before he does, he tells them, I have a secret I've been holding from both of you. You have an older sister named Hela. She helped me forge the great kingdom that we have, but I wanted to stop, but she wanted to continue going, and she's earned the reputation of goddess of death. Once I'm gone, the seal that's keeping her imprisoned will be broken, and when she reaches Asgard, she'll have unlimited power. Insert Star Wars joke. And then you have one of the coolest scenes in the movie where Thor throws his hammer at Hela. Hela catches it and just blasts it into a billion pieces. And as they're escaping her, they get tossed out of the Bifrost Rainbow Road teleportation, Marvel Universe's version of beaming up. And Hela makes it to Asgard. Thor and Loki arrive on Sakaar on 2 different times because Loki gets hit out of the Bifrost beam first. And time works very differently on Sakaar, because Loki's been there for a couple weeks and Thor only been there for like 2 hours. And he gets captured by Valkyrie. I don't think Tessa Thompson's character doesn't actually have a name. She's just Valkyrie. And you find out where Hulk has been this entire time. And Hulk has been Hulk for 2 years now, since Age of Ultron. And this is the bit where we get a little taste of Planet Hulk. And you see an epic fight between Thor and Hulk. It's just really, really cool. And you learn that Thor has had the ability to summon lightning at any given time. It just wasn't with Mjolnir, which I have another point to talk about, but we'll get to that. Everyone has brought their A-game acting to this movie. And the 2 that are having the most fun, and the 2 I love the most in this, are Cate Blanchett as Hela and Jeff Goldblum as the Grand Master. They're having the most fun, and it's just amazing to watch them. This movie is an 80s movie that was made last year. It's absolutely amazing how the director Taika Waititi captured the essence of the 80s and put it into this film. Brilliant. Back to Thor summoning lightning at will, and I'm also going to talk about the Immigrant Song in here, the Led Zeppelin song. It is perfectly played when he's fighting Surtur and his demons, but instead of playing it again where Hela's asking him, what was Thor the god of? I would have played Thunderstruck by AC/DC because it's just more appropriate. This is my take on it, and you tell me what you think.
You see, I'm not a queen or a monster. monster. I'm the goddess of death. What were you the god of again?
I think that would have been a heck of a lot better. These are my thoughts on Thor Ragnarok. I can't wait for Avengers Endgame. Next week we'll talk about Avengers Infinity War in preparation for Endgame. Let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite Marvel movie? Is this ranking in your top 5? Is your favorite one like mine? Let me know. If you like what you saw, like it. If you think other people will like it, share it. If you really liked it, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching and live your imagination.